Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Amit Kumar, presently working at Satyabama Institute of Science and Technology, Chennai. Today, in the practical session, I'd like to show you some of the statistical software which will be working for the next 3 days. So, statistical software are the specialized computer program, and that is mainly meant to do the statistics or the statistical analysis. It is different from the spreadsheet generally which we use in our day-to-day lab, as for example for Excel or Google Sheet, etc. In a way that the statistical software is meant to conduct or to run the statistical test which is based on the mathematical model or the mathematical formulas, whereas the main aim for the spreadsheet is to put the data together so that you can have a clear look, and apart from that you have a number of functions that also include statistical analysis. Basically, statistical software can be categorized in four different types. First is the open source package that mostly includes, or the most famous one is R, where you can make your own program and conduct the statistical test whatever you like to do that. The another one is PSPP that also we will look today in the practical sessions. The second type is public domain package. We are not going to go deep into this, but just to give you an example, like EPInfo that has been developed by the CDC in US for epidemiology dataset. The third one is the free packages. It means that there are software tools which are freely available for us to utilize. One such package is PAST, that we will see what PAST means and what PAST stands for. And then in the end we have the proprietary package. Most of the packages, most of the statistical software which we have been using in the day-to-day life comes under this proprietary package. For example, GraphPad Prism or IBM SPSS, which are very expensive but then very easy to use. And as I said previously, that the statistical softwares are distinct from the spreadsheet tools, for example, Excel or Google Sheet. However, considering the importance of the statistics in the data analysis, there are several add-ons which are available. One is inbuilt within the Excel, that is Analyze It, Regress It. You have Sigma Excel, and then comparatively more popular one is Excel Stat. So this also we will look at what this means. As I said in past also, or the most commonly used tools for the statistical analysis, at least in biology, are proprietary tools, which includes IBM SPSS. You have GraphPad Prism, and then you have Excel add-on, that is Excel Stat. There are some free tools, for example PAST, and then we have the open source, that is R. The advantage in the proprietary one is that it is easy to use. There are menu basically for any analysis you want to do, with a very easy go through manual, and anyone can learn it comparatively quicker than the open source platform, which indeed is free. You can do whatever you think to do with your data. Hardly there are anything which you can't do in R. You can also do a number of graphical representation of your data along with the statistical analysis in R, which does provide a very excellent graphs and representative images. There are pros and cons of the tools or the softwares which you will be utilizing it for statistics. For example, if you are going with a proprietary one which includes SPSS or GraphPad Prism, these are indeed very easy to use, not very easy to use, comparatively easier to use, but they are very expensive, and that is the reason that it is out of the reach for many researchers, especially students as well as PhD students in the university or in the institute where these programs are not subscribed or not procured. Whereas the open source are definitely it's free, but then it is very complicated for the beginners. If you do have understanding of programming, or if you do have some little bit experience of writing codes or working on that aspects, it may be comparatively easier for you and a very robust program. So the bottom line is that there are plenty of softwares available. You can have a link. I have just given a Wikipedia link over here. Yeah, you can have a look into it. However, despite the presence of the different softwares, it depends on your requirement and the availability. You can make a choice based on these two criteria: what your data requires or what your hypothesis requires, as well as what is available or what is present to you. For example, there are several things which you can do very easily in SPSS, but as I said, that is expensive to buy or to procure. You have to conduct your analysis, or you have to make a collaboration with someone who does have those softwares, or otherwise you have to shift your analysis to the software which is available in your lab or within your reach. Again, for several specific purposes, for example, mostly in the ecological studies for the multivariate analysis, people use Primer, which has been developed by the Plymouth University in UK. So similarly, it depends on your requirement, availability, and so there are tools which are more generalized, can do a number of things, uh, and then there are tools which are very specialized and very good for one particular statistical test. For example, Primer, as I said, in the multivariate analysis. In the practicals, what I will do is I will give you a glimpse of at least five different tools or the software which has been used for analysis. The first and the foremost is Microsoft Excel, because it's a spreadsheet where you first put your data after the result, you obtain the result, and that is why it is important to look even in the Excel. And also several features like common measures of central tendency, including the mean, median, mode, and all those things you can easily conduct in Excel, which tomorrow Aditya is going to uh, explain you. The second, the past, which is free yet very powerful tool. The third one is IBM SPSS. Why I am more interested in showing you this particular tool is because once we do the descriptive statistics on the day 3, it will be very easy to understand that what are the assumptions which we have to make for the group comparisons looks like. So it definitely provides a very good representation of the descriptive statistics, including the assumptions that we'll be doing on the day 3. The fourth one is PSPP. So PSPP, you can also say it's very much on the similar pattern of SPSS, but it provides it is very I mean it is free to use. It is not chargeable, though. Definitely, when I'll show you both, you will have a look and you will understand that PSPP does not have that great what do you say representation, but indeed it does more or less similar things what SPSS does. Definitely a little less function than SPSS, but for what we require, it's pretty much we can do in PSPP. And the fourth one is Excel Stat, which is an add-on on Excel. So these five tools I'll be demonstrating that how you can put your data in that, and what are the features available on all these five softwares. So basically the objective is to make you familiarize with the tool, and in the next 30 minutes I will show you where you can find these tools and how to install it, how to open your data, and what are the features available in this particular tool. So let us go back and see one by one all the tools.